Uh, Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome for the first lecture of ATT. I am Professor SP Swami, teaching as network subject for this advanced technical training. So, in network, the network subject has more weightage in the competitive examination like GATE examination, IES examination, any public sector examination. So in the GATE examination, minimum 8 marks question will ask from the network subject. So in the network subject, there are the three important topics. So first one is network theorem, second one is the steady state and transient state analysis, and third one is the two-port network. So these three chapters we have to study to face the gate examination, to face the different competitive examinations. Okay, so I will share the ppt, uh, and we can start from the gate syllabus, what are the contents, then we can see one by one. Okay, so this will be the syllabus for gate examination. Same syllabus is for IES exam also. So the first chapter is here circuit analysis and network theorems. So in that, the circuit analysis based on different, or we can say the concept of basic circuit, electrical circuit. So in that, already we have discussed in the network theory and analysis subject, that is the current division, voltage division, how to find out the equivalent resistance. Then the important thing is Kirchhoff's current law, Kirchhoff's voltage law, Ohm's law. So all this is required to understand the nodal analysis, mesh analysis, or these all we needed to understand this particular subject. So for the gate examination or for competitive examination, the syllabus is like this. There are the three important chapters: circuit analysis and network theorems. In that, the nodal analysis and mesh analysis, first point. Next one, network theorems are there: superposition theorem, Thevenin's theorem, Norton's theorem, and maximum power transfer theorem. And one more thing is added, is that is the Y delta, that is also called as star delta transformation. After that, the second chapter is the steady state and transient state analysis. The steady state means what? The fixed state. Okay, so the steady state analysis we have to do using phasors. Then time domain analysis of simple linear circuits, as we know that we are using only linear circuit, that is resistor, inductor, and capacitor. That's why we have to do the we have to analyze the linear circuit only. Now time domain means what? We can use here linear differential equations for analyzing the steady state analysis and transient analysis. Next, solution of network equations using Laplace transform. So frequency domain analysis of RLC circuit. Frequency domain means S domain. Okay, so we can convert time domain into S domain and we can analyze the linear circuits. So overall in this chapter we are learning the steady state analysis and transient state analysis by using differential equation, linear differential equation, as well as by using Laplace transform. And after that, the third chapter is the two-port network. So in two-port network we have to study the different two-port network parameters like Z parameter, Y parameter, H parameter, and the transmission parameters. So after understanding all these parameters, we have to solve different numerical examples. Then the important point is T representation and pi representation, that is T network and pi network. And we have to also understand the driving point and transfer point functions, the state equations for the networks. So all these points we have to cover in the last chapter. So this is the overall syllabus of the it is the overall syllabus of the network theory for the gate examination like this. So the we can start the first chapter from these 4 points. Actually in the syllabus it is nodal analysis and mesh analysis, but super node analysis and super mesh analysis, these are the cases, particular cases of the nodal analysis and mesh analysis respectively. So today we are going to understand the nodal analysis, and we can understand the mesh analysis. Okay, so if you are understanding these analysis, it will help a lot to solve the numerical examples which asked based on the network theorems. म्हणजे नेटवर्क थेरम वरती जे काही एक्झाम्पल्स विचारले जातात त्याचा बेस आहे नोडल अनालिसिस आणि मेश अनालिसिस, स्पेशली नोडल अनालिसिस. So in the nodal analysis, we will consider the node voltages with respect to ground. So nodal analysis means what? First of all, we have to understand what do you mean by node. So node is nothing but what? Node is nothing but a junction, okay, or it is a point in the circuit where at least two branches are connected. So that node is called as what? Simple node. So another node is there that is called as principal node. So principal node is a point at which minimum or at least three branches are connected. Principal node means what? At least three branches are connected. So each branch is having at least one element. म्हणजे प्रत्येक ब्रांच मध्ये एक तर एक इलिमेंट असायला पाहिजे. Element may be active element, may be passive element. Active elements means what? Energy sources. Okay, म्हणजे ट्रान्झिस्टर वगैरे नाही. The active elements are means what? The energy sources. It should consist either energy sources or passive element like resistor, inductor, capacitor. Now the nodal analysis we are going to apply at each and every node in the network. Especially nodal analysis is applied at principal nodes. Simple nodes ला apply करायचं नाही तर principal nodes ला apply करायचं. Sometimes in some cases it is need to apply the nodal analysis at simple node. Now there are the four steps. We have to understand the procedure of nodal analysis. So there are the four steps. Step one is identify the number of principal nodes. So we are discussing this one. Identify the number of principal nodes present in the given network and choose one of the principal node as a ground node. So which node we have to take as a ground? That is a question mark. So everywhere you can observe the circuit at the bottom, or we can say we have to select one principal node such that where all branches are meeting. All branches are meeting. It may be more than 3, 4, 5 branches. Okay, that common point is called as what? Ground node or reference node. So that we have to measure, that we have to select. So identify the number of principal nodes present in the given network and one of the node you have to consider as a ground node. Step 2 is what? Label the node voltages with respect to ground. Labeling means what? You have to assign the node voltages with respect to ground. मग असाइन म्हणजे काय करायचं की तुम्हाला नावं द्यायचं V1, V2, V3 except the ground node. For remaining principal node you have to give the names. You have to label the names, that is the V1, capital V1, V2, V3 किंवा VA, VB, VC, VX, VY असं नावं तुम्हाला द्यायचे आहेत. So label the node voltage with respect to ground from all the principal nodes except the reference node. Now next, step number 3. Once you label, then you can mark the direction of current at each and every node. If the direction of current is given, value of current is given, take as it is. If the direction of current is not given, you can mark as outgoing away from the node. Okay, so once you mark all the direction of current at all branch which is present at particular principal node, then and then you can apply the Kirchhoff's current law at that particular principal node. So write node equations at all principal nodes except the reference node. Now, if except ground node, suppose two principal nodes are present, then you have to apply the KCL at first principal node. You can get one equation, that is Kirchhoff's current law. You have to apply. You will get one equation, and after that apply the KCL. Apply the KCL. Apply the KCL at second node also. Then properly apply the KCL at second node, and you can get the equation. So finally in the step 4 you have to solve whatever the equations you are getting by applying the KCL at each and every node, and by solving these equations you can get the answer of the node voltages V1, V2, V3, etc. Okay, so by solving you can get this numerical these node voltages value you can get here. Now next, uh, This is the one example where we can apply the nodal analysis. So example we can discuss here. So you can zoom it so that you can visible it properly. तुम्ही ते zoom करू शकता so that you can visible the diagram and each notation very clearly. So we are applying the nodal analysis to solve this example. So what is the question that you can read carefully? They cannot tell use the nodal analysis, use mesh analysis. They ask find out the current passing through this particular register from the given network. असे क्वेश्चन विचारले जातात. Sometimes they can ask for 1 mark, or sometimes if it is difficult, then they can ask for 2 marks. Okay, sometimes they will give the options, sometimes they can ask the question in a NAT form. NAT type चे जे क्वेश्चन असतात त्याला निगेटिव्ह मार्किंग नसतो. But if it is MCQ and if you are writing wrong answer, then you will lose the 1/3 marks for 1 mark question and 2/3 mark for 2 marks question, or 1/3 mark for 2 mark question also. Okay, so 1/3 is the negative marking. So according to that you can solve. If NAT is there, you can try, because even though if you are putting wrong answer, you will not lose any marks. Okay, so NAT type questions definitely you can solve. Now next one, the problem we can solve here. Find the current passing through 20 ohm resistor of the following circuit using nodal analysis. Here it is mentioned. So circuit you can carefully observe. So 20 ohm resistor, where it is, see, it is nearer to the 4 ampere current source. So first step is what? Identify the number of principal nodes present in the given network. So how many are there? You can observe here. How many principal nodes are there here? So first step is what? Identify the number of principal nodes. So this is the first one, this is the second one, and this is the common node, because all these 4 branches are meeting at single point. So third node acts as a ground node, which is shown here. So third node acts as a what? Ground node or principal ground node or reference node, which is having 0 volt. So apart from this ground node, only 2 nodes are there. So node 1 and node 2. So you have to find out the node voltages at node 1 and node 2 with respect to ground. So first step is over. Identify the number of principal nodes present in the given. Those are the 3. And one of the node you have to choose as a ground node. So that we have already selected. Okay. Now next step is what? Next step is assign the node voltages V1 and V2. You can label these node voltages with respect to ground. So node voltages नाव द्यायचे तुम्हाला. So V1 I have mentioned here, V2 I have mentioned here. These are the node voltages assigning with respect to ground. Okay. Now next one, in the step 3. So step 3 is given here. This is step 3. So in step 3, apply the nodal analysis, apply the Kirchhoff's current law at node 1. You can get one equation. Similarly, you can apply the Kirchhoff's current law at node 2. You can get another equation. So while applying the KCL, you can use the rules of KCL. KCL apply करताना काय rules apply करतोय? So when you are applying the KCL at a node, how many branches are connected, you have to observe it. How many branch currents are given, that you have to observe it. If any current is given in any branch, you can take as it is along with its direction and value. If not given, you can mark away from the node. You can mark the away from the node by assuming the difference of voltages. Now you can also use the Ohm's law, because sometimes current value, how to find out? In terms of voltage difference divided by resistor. So by using Kirchhoff's current law and Ohm's law, we can able to write the equations. Now in the step 3, we have to apply KCL at V1 as well as KCL at V2. So first of all, we can apply the KCL at V1. So here current is not given, so mark as outgoing. Here current is not given, so mark as outgoing. Here the current is not given, so mark as outgoing. So all 3 currents are outgoing and all 3 currents are positive. So I will write by assuming that V1 is greater than 20, V1 is greater than 0, and V1 is greater than V2. Okay, then and then direction of current is correct. So apply the KCL at node 3, at node V1. So V1 minus 20 divided by 5 plus V1 minus 0 divided by 10, त्यालाच आपण V1 by 10 म्हणतो. Next plus V1 minus V2 divided by 10, that is equal to 0 here. That is equal to what? 0 here. So 2V1, you can take the LCM of 10. So LCM घेतल्यामुळे डिनोमिनेटर तुमचं कॉन्स्टंट होईल. So take the LCM of 10. So 2V1 minus 40 plus V1 minus V2 divided by 10 is equal to 0. आता 10 राईट हँड साईडला मल्टिप्लाय 0 शी झाल्यावर 0च होणार. So 2V1 plus V1 is 4V1 minus V2 is equal to 10 is equal to 0 आणि minus 40 इकडे लेफ्ट साईडला आहे, राईट हँड साईडला गेल्यावर तो प्लस 40 होतो. ओके, so the equation is like this. The equation is like this: 4V1 minus V2 is equal to 40. So you can consider 4V1 minus V2 is equal to 40. So this you can consider as the first equation. Everyone note down: 4V1 minus V2 is equal to 40 here. Now next one, similarly you can apply the Kirchhoff's current law at the node V2. Okay, so we will see now. So when you are applying the Kirchhoff's current law at the node V2, so how to apply now, that you can check. So here the current is not known, so mark as outgoing. Here also not known, so mark as outgoing. But this is the incoming. This is the incoming as a 4 ampere. So 4 ampere current take as it is. So this is outgoing, and this is incoming. Okay, so the 4 ampere current you can take as it is because that is flowing incoming towards the V2. Now write the equation as incoming current is negative, that is minus 4, plus V2 divided by 20 plus V2 minus V1 divided by 10 is equal to 0. Now take the denominator same, that's why you have to take the LCM of 20. So you can do the simplification and you can get the equation like this: minus 2V1 plus 3V2 is equal to 80. So solve these two linear equations. By using the calculator which you have provided online when you are giving examination like GATE examination, IAS examination. They will not allow us to use the external scientific calculator. They will provide the calculator for the calculation purpose. They will provide other in the software only. Okay, now so that care you have to take. So by solving using calculator or manual method, you can get the answer of V1 is equal to 20 volt and V2 is equal to 40 volt. But the question is not over. So you need to find out the current passing through 20 ohm resistor. Okay, आता 20 ohm resistor म्हणजे हा resistor ह्यातला करंट फाइंड आउट करायचा आहे. मग तुम्हाला V2 चा आन्सर महत्वाचा आहे. So once you get the answer of V2 is 40 volt you got. So once you get the answer of V2, you can find out the current passing through 20 ohm resistor. So that we can find out finally. So the current passing through 20 ohm is given as I20 equal to V2 divided by R. So where R is the 20 ohm. So I20 is equal to 40 divided by 20. That will give us the 2 ampere. So this is the final answer. By nodal analysis, by using nodal analysis, you can get the answer of current passing through 20 ohm resistor, and that is the 2 ampere that you got. Okay, so such type of examples they can ask for 1 mark. So by using the steps of nodal analysis, you can get the answer of current passing through 20 ohm. So if any questions they are asking such questions, so the students can able to solve such type of examples by using the steps of nodal analysis. If they mentioning the use some method, you can use that method only. But actually, in the gate examination, they will not mention use nodal analysis, use mesh analysis. They want only answer. Are you getting my point? So when we are solving more and more examples, then and then we will become perfect. Then it becomes easy to identify the type of circuit, to identify the technique, to identify the or it will becomes easy to do the calculation. So everything will depends on the practice of solving the numerical examples. Okay, so this is about what node analysis. So this is the very important role. Now the super node analysis means what? Super node analysis म्हणजेच काय? So super node analysis is the special case of nodal analysis. So when two adjacent nodes containing only a voltage source, when two adjacent nodes consisting of only a single voltage source, then those nodes are called as what? Supernode. Those nodes are called as what? Supernode. So we cannot apply the Kirchhoff's current law directly at their nodes, okay, which is affected by supernode. So we have to solve such type of example by supernode analysis. So that is the one of the case, because when two adjacent nodes are directly connected by a single voltage source, no passive element in between them, then it is difficult to find out the current passing through that branch which is connected by supernode. So in that case we have there is a difficult to apply the Kirchhoff's current law, and to determine the current it is difficult. So in that case we have to use the supernode analysis. So we will discuss later. I am just telling about supernode analysis, what is exactly where it will occurs. Okay, now next we will understand the mesh analysis. So the mesh analysis is applied in a mesh. Okay, in a loop we can apply the mesh analysis. So mesh is nothing but single loop. Mesh is nothing but single loop. So what is the difference between mesh and loop? What is the difference between mesh and loop? In one mesh there should not be any loop. Mesh is itself loop, but in one loop there will not be number of meshes. एका mesh मध्ये अनेक meshes नसतात. In only one loop is present, but in one loop number of meshes should be present. म्हणजे एका loop मध्ये भरपूर meshes असू शकतात. More than one meshes should be present in one loop, but in one mesh only one loop is there. Okay, so mesh itself called as loop. So that is the concept you can understand. A branch is a path that joins the two nodes and it contains a circuit element. म्हणजे branch म्हणजे काय? It is a path in the circuit which consisting of at least one element across at least one element it should get consist. If branches belong to only one mesh, then the branch current will be equal. म्हणजे काय? एखादा ब्रांच हे दोन मेश मध्ये कॉमन असेल, मग त्या कॉमन ब्रांच मधून दोन मेश करंट, डिफरन्स ऑफ मेश करंट फ्लो होतो. ओके, I1 minus I2 किंवा I2 minus I1 like this. If branch is not common, it is a single, then respect to mesh current will flow. जर एखादा ब्रांच कॉमन नसेल, त्या मेश मध्येच असेल, then the respect to mesh current will flow through that branch. If branch is common for one or two mesh, if branch is common for two meshes, then the difference of current will flow through that branch. So this is a very important point you have to remember to understand the mesh analysis. Now the procedure here also, we have to follow the procedure of the mesh analysis. So the mesh analysis having also the 4 steps. So first step is what? Identify the number of meshes present in the given network. So how many meshes are there present, that you have to identify. Okay, 1 2 3 4, minimum 2 meshes will be there. If they want to ask the question on mesh analysis, minimum 2 meshes should be there. Okay, in the circuit maximum 3. त्याच्यापेक्षा जास्त कॉम्प्लिकेटेड क्वेश्चन्स ते विचारत नाहीत. ओके, सो स्टेप 1 इज आयडेंटिफाय द नंबर ऑफ मेशेस and assign or label the mesh current in either clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. तर आपण काय करूया, we can follow the clockwise direction. So assign the mesh current capital I1, capital I2, capital I3 in a clockwise direction. So we are going to follow the clockwise direction. Okay, एक standard form कुठला तरी आपण यूज करूया. Either we can use the clockwise direction or anti-clockwise, but we are deciding that we can use the clockwise direction. So this is the first step. Second step is what? Mark the polarity of voltage drop across each and every element अकॉर्डिंग टू द डायरेक्शन ऑफ रिस्पेक्टिव्ह मेश करंट. जर व्होल्टेज सोर्स असेल तर त्याचं पोलॅरिटी ऑलरेडी दिलेलं असेल. बट इफ पॅसिव्ह एलिमेंट विल बी देअर or if any current source will be there in the branch, then across that you have to mark the polarity of voltage drop. So how you can mark plus minus? So according to the direction of mesh current you can mark inside that particular mesh only. त्या मेशच्या आतच तुम्ही ते मार्क करा, because we have to apply the KVL in the third step. So for KVL, the polarity we need to write the equation by using KVL, or to apply the KVL, we must know the polarity of voltage drop across each and every element in the loop in the mesh. Okay, so second step is observe the amount of current that flows through each element, and according to that you can mark the polarity of voltage drop. That is the second step. Now third step is what? Third step is apply, write the mesh equations to all meshes, means apply the KVL, that is Kirchhoff's Ohm's law first, Kirchhoff's voltage law and then Ohm's law. By applying the Kirchhoff's voltage law and Ohm's law, you can write the equation. You have to apply the KVL in each and every mesh. Suppose there are the 2 meshes, you can get the 2 equations. Suppose there are the 3 meshes, then you can get the 3 equations. So depends on how many meshes are there, that number of equations you can get. Okay, so finally in the fourth step you have to solve those linear equations by using calculator. You have to solve those linear equations and you can get the answer of the mesh current I1, I2, I3. Okay, so all these mesh currents you can get the answer here. Now uh, after solving these linear equations, you can get the answer of mesh current I1, I2, I3. So this is about what? Mesh analysis. So by using mesh analysis, once you get the mesh current, you can able to find out the voltage across any element in the given network. You can find out the current passing through any branches. Are you getting my point? You can find out the voltage across any branch. So all these points you can determine once you get the mesh current. So if we are solving one example, then we can understand more. Okay, so for that we can select this particular example which is given in the next slide. So here see, find the voltage across 30 ohm resistor using mesh analysis. So 30 ohm resistor is here, त्याच्यातलं तुम्हाला voltage काढायचं आहे plus minus. So that you have to determine by using mesh analysis. Now first step is what? पहिलं step काय आहे बघा. So first step is, there are the 2 meshes. This is the mesh 1, this is the mesh 2. So there are the 2 meshes in the above circuit. The mesh current I1 and I2 you have to mark in a clockwise direction. I1 आणि I2 मार्क केलाय बघा या डायरेक्शन मध्ये. Okay, so this will complete the first step. Identify the number of meshes present in the given network, mark that, and according to that you can mark the mesh current I1 and I2 respectively in clockwise direction in these meshes. So step 2, the mesh current I1, according to the mesh current I1 which is flowing through 5 ohm. So you can mark the polarity. So polarity I will mark inside the mesh only. You can mark plus minus. Now आता 10 ohm common है. So according to the mesh current direction I1, you can mark the polarity inside this mesh one, that is here plus. Here it is plus, here it is minus. So according to the direction of I1, you can mark the polarity of voltage drop across 10 ohm like this. But what will be the current flowing through this? You have to compare I1 greater than I2, and you have to take the current flowing through 10 ohm is I1 minus I2. Current flowing through 10 ohm you can consider as a I1 minus I2. Okay, by assuming I1 is greater than I2. Now next one, similarly you can apply uh, the step 2 here in the second mesh. So according to the current I2, here it is plus, direction of current I2, here it is plus, here it is minus. Now next, for 10 ohm it is plus here and minus here. Okay, so now according to when you are applying the KVL in mesh 2, the current flowing through 10 ohm will be I2 minus I1. जेव्हा तुम्ही KVL अप्लाय करता मेश 2 मध्ये, at that time the current flowing through this is I2 minus I1 here. Okay, so that you have to consider I2 minus I1. Now you can apply the KVL in each and every mesh so that you can get the answer now. So you know the polarity now. So in the step 3 you have to follow step 3 you have to apply the equations now. So minus to plus, that is the plus 20. Next minus 5 into I1. Next minus 10 into I1 minus I2 equal to 0. So solve the linear equation, you can get the answer. You can get one equation like this, which is shown here. You can properly put in a standard form. That is 3I1 minus 2I2 is equal to 4. इथं त्याने वेगळ्या फॉर्म मध्ये घेतलंय. 3I1 minus 2I2, okay, is equal to 4. That is the equation number 1. Similarly, you can apply the KVL and Ohm's law in the second mesh, and you can get the one more equation, and that is shown here. That is equation is 4I1. Sorry, that is equation will be uh, 4. Sorry, I1 minus 4I2 is equal to minus 8. So that will be the second equation. So you can always put in the form of ax plus bx is equal by is equal to c. Ax plus by is equal to c. In this format you can keep it, so that we can directly use the calculator and we can put the correct values of coefficients. Now once you get the equation 1 and 2, you can take the calculator. You can take the calculator and you can solve the equations. You can solve the equations 1 and 2. So after that what you are getting, that I will tell. So I1 you are getting 16 divided by 5 ampere, and I2 you are getting 14 divided by 5 ampere. I1 you are getting 16 divided by 5 ampere, and I2 you are getting 14 divided by 5 ampere. Okay, so after that what is the question here? Find out current, find out voltage across 30 ohm resistor. So once again we can move towards the original diagram so that we can understand what we have to find out finally. So see here, we have to find out the voltage across 30 ohm, but the I2 current is flowing through 30 ohm. So once we get the answer of I2, you can find out the voltage across 30 ohm. So that is given here. So voltage across 30 ohm resistor is given as V30 ohm. V30 ohm is equal to I2 into R. where I2 value is where I2 value is 14 by 5 multiplied with register value 30. So cancel the things, you can get the answer V30 ohm is equal to 84 volt. Okay, so this is the final answer of voltage across 30 ohm resistor, and that is the 84 volt. So everyone understood the mesh analysis here? Okay, just wait. So I will discuss about now the super mesh analysis, how it will get formed. The super mesh analysis is the special case of mesh analysis. Whenever there will be only one current source, wherever there is a current source present between two adjacent mesh, when two adjacent mesh having current source only without any resistor or without any passive element, then it is difficult to find out the voltage drop across that current source. दोन ऍडजस्टंट मेश मध्ये जर एखादा फक्त व्होल्टेज करंट सोर्सच जर असेल, आयडियल करंट सोर्स, देन इट इज डिफिकल्ट टू फाइंड आउट द voltage drop across that current source. So in that case it is difficult to apply the KVL, because for KVL what we need, we must need the value of voltage drop along with its sign, along with its polarity. Okay, so if we don't know the polarity of, or we don't know the value of voltage drop across ideal current source which is common for two meshes, then it is difficult to apply the KVL. So in such cases, how to apply the mesh analysis, that will become a hectic one. Okay, that will becomes problematic. Now there will be the solution for this. So the solution is nothing but how to overcome this problem, that we can overcome by using the super mesh technique, by using the super mesh analysis. So in the super mesh analysis, what we are going to do, we are applying the same procedure how what we applied for mesh analysis, only one step is added here. So except that super mesh branch, सुपर मेश दोन मेश मधला जो असा कॉमन ब्रांच असतो, where the current source is present, that part you can keep as it is, and for remaining entire loop, for remaining entire mesh, you can combinedly apply the Kirchhoff's voltage law. And finally you can, according to the direction of mesh current and that direction of particular current source, you can write, you can get the final one more equations. So after all, by using all or by solving all these linear equations, you can get the answer. So in super mesh analysis, what we are going to do, except that branch which consisting of current source, you can keep as it is, and for remaining loop, for entire loop, commonly you can apply the Kirchhoff's voltage law, and you can get the one equation, and one more equation you can get from the super mesh branch which we were left earlier. So from that you can get one more equations by comparing the direction of mesh current with the direction of current source. You can get one equation, solve these linear equations, and you can get the answer of the mesh currents I1, I2, I3 respectively. So this is about what the super case of super mesh analysis. Okay, so there are the number of examples when we are going to solve, so we can become the perfect. So mesh analysis, super mesh analysis, these are the basic fundamentals of network theorems. So once we can make the practice of these or solving the problems based on nodal analysis and mesh analysis, we can able to or what we can say, we can able to apply these rules, these analysis methods for solving the different numerical examples. Are you getting my point? So once again, you all students go through these notes, go through this PPT. I will share it. I will share it. So each and every steps you have to follow it. प्रत्येक स्टेप तुम्हाला फॉलो करायचा आहे. So once you can share all these important points, Once you can understand all these steps, and when you are applying to solve the numerical examples, then and then you can get the confidence. Okay, so the it is important to understand the basics of this. So to apply the nodal analysis, what is the basic we require? The basic we require to understand the Kirchhoff's voltage law and Kirchhoff's current law. Kirchhoff's voltage law कसा apply करायचा already we have learned. Kirchhoff's current law already we have learned. So how to apply, that is very important. If while writing the equations, if you are making any mistake related to the plus minus or whatever, तिथं जर तुम्ही इक्वेशन चुकलात, प्लसच्या ऐवजी मायनस, मायनसच्या ऐवजी प्लस झाला, इक्वेशन चुकला की तुमचा आन्सर चुकतो. So that care you have to take when you are applying the KVL and KCL. Are you getting my point? So when you are writing the equations, that you have to take care. Now next one. So see here, one example we will solve and then we can stop. Find current passing through 40 ohm resistor. So here the question is find current passing through 40 ohm resistor. So they not mention use nodal analysis, mesh analysis. You can solve this example by using both method, nodal as well as mesh analysis. Okay, so because in mesh analysis, here the 10 volt 20 volt is given, which is required for applying the KVL. No current source is there, so there is no difficulty to apply the what we can say mesh analysis. So mesh analysis is also suitable. Nodal analysis is also suitable, so you can decide. But now here I am telling to use the nodal analysis because within one step you can get the answer. Because the first step is what? Identify the number of principal nodes. So two principal nodes are there. This is the first one and this is the second one. I have marked inside the circle 1 2. So assign the node voltages with respect to ground by selecting one of the node as a ground node. So second principal node I have taken as a ground node, and with respect to that ground node I have assigned the V1 voltage for node which is present at 1. So second step is what? Mark the direction of current. If it is given, take as it is. If it is not given, mark as outgoing away from the node. So current is not given anywhere, so mark away from the node, plus outgoing I have marked. So assume that V1 is greater than 10 volt for first branch, second branch V1 is greater than 0, for third branch V1 is greater than 20. Then and then whatever you assume the direction, that will becomes correct. Now write the equation by applying the KCL at the node V1. So apply KCL at node V1 in the step number 3. V1 minus 10 divided by 10, V1 minus 0 divided by 40 plus V1 minus 20 divided by 20. आता इथे LCM काय असणार आहे? 10, 40 आणि 20 चा, that will be the 40. So take the LCM properly. So you will get now by taking the LCM properly. So here 10 into 4 is 40, 40 into 1 is 40, 20 into 2 is 40. So whatever I have written in the circle, you can multiply with respect to numerator. Okay, and then you can get the equation. Denominator becomes 40. So in the numerator, 4 into V1 minus 10 plus V1 plus 2 into V1 minus 20 divided by 40 as it is equal to 0. हा 40 इकडे right hand side ला गेल्यावर 0 होणार. Okay, now next one, numerator becomes as it is. So numerator bracket you can solve. 4V1 minus 40 plus V1 plus 2V1 minus 2 into 20 is minus 40 is equal to 0. So V1 term is 7V1. Total you can add it. 4 plus 1 plus 2, that is 7V1, and constant you can take at the right hand side. So 7V1 is equal to 80. So V1 is equal to 80 by 7 volt. But once you get the V1 value, you can get the answer of this current I1 which is flowing through 40 ohm. Okay, because value of node voltage you got now. So V1 divided by 40 you can do it. So the current passing through 40 ohm resistor is given by I1 equal to V1 minus 0 divided by 40. So V1 value is 80 by 7 divided by 40. You can cancel the some things. So you can get I1 is equal to 2 by 7. So 2 by 7 is nothing but 0.283 ampere. जर क्वेश्चन असं विचारलं असलं करंट पासिंग थ्रू 20 ohm you have to find out, so that also you can find out the current passing through 20 ohm will be I20 is equal to V1 minus 20 divided by 20. So put the value of V1, 80 by 7 minus 20 divided by 20, solve it, you can get the answer of I20 as minus 0.428 ampere. Are you getting my point? So you can able to solve such type of examples here. Such type of example they can ask for only 1 marks, okay, in the gate examination. So this is of what the nodal analysis, mesh analysis we have completed. So in the next lecture we can solve some examples also based on the nodal analysis, mesh analysis. We can solve some typical examples which already asked in the gate examination, in the IAS examinations. Okay, so in the next lecture we can solve 4 to 5 numerical examples which already asked in the competitive examination like gate IAS. So we can stop now. If anyone having queries you can ask, otherwise we can stop. Thank you. Thank you.